Today we will talk about the Ladyboy scam in Thailand. Now, before we get into the details of the scam itself, please understand that 99% of ladyboys that you will meet in Thailand are not involved in any type of criminal activity. But unfortunately, there has been many news stories recently about certain groups of ladyboys who have been targeting unsuspecting tourists. So in today's video, we will go over all of the different types of scams that you need to be aware of when traveling to Thailand so that you can enjoy your trip safely and out without any problems. If you are new here, I highly suggest you subscribe because I will be covering more scams and safety tips for all of the countries in Asia. And now, let's get straight into the video. The first type of scam that you might encounter while in Thailand is pickpocketing and theft. This is not specifically targeted at foreigners, but it happens quite often in Thailand, especially in the nightlife areas of Sukhumvit, in Bangkok, and parts of Pattaya. What usually happens is that a group of ladyboys will approach you while you are out for dinner or partying. They may start talking with you, buying you drinks and being nice until you are distracted. During this time, one of them may be trying to pick your pocket or steal your items while you are not paying attention. This can also happen while you are sitting at a table or even in a moving vehicle like a taxi or tuk-tuk. Most of the time, these groups of ladyboys are led by a female who is responsible for distracting you. The other members of the group are typically male, but they dress as women and are experts at sneaking around and stealing things like your wallet, your phone, or your girlfriend. Now, this may sound like something that would never happen to you, but it has happened to many tourists over the years. And it is important to be aware of your surroundings at all times. It's not just about being paranoid, but it's also about being prepared and knowing how to protect yourself. You can protect yourself by keeping your valuables safe and secure, staying aware of your surroundings, and not being too trusting of strangers. Also, don't let anyone pressure you or make you feel uncomfortable about anything. The second scam that you should be aware of is what I call the Ladyboy Trojan horse. Now, this is actually a form of theft that has been reported several times on social media and news websites. What happens is that a guy comes across a ladyboy in a bar or on the street, and he decides to take her back to his hotel room. However, what he doesn't know is that she has brought an accomplice with her, usually a transgender woman or a man who is waiting in the room. Once inside the room, the guys threaten the person with harm and demand money or valuables. Some reports have stated that the accomplices have been armed with knives or other weapons. Now, this scam has happened in places like Bangkok, Pattaya, and Phuket, most likely anywhere where there are lots of tourists and ladyboys. To avoid this situation, you should never invite a stranger back to your hotel room. If you want to meet someone from a bar or the street, it's best to suggest meeting them at the bar or in a public area instead of bringing them back to your room. If you decide to take a ladyboy back to your hotel room, you should always look under the bed and in the closet before you do anything else. Just because you don't see anyone doesn't mean that no one is there. If you are still nervous, you can turn on the lights, open the door, and bring the ladyboy in with you. The third scam to be aware of is what I like to call the ladyboy paparazzi. This scam happens in areas where ladyboys tend to hang out with tourists such as Patong Beach in Phuket, Soi Cowboy in Bangkok, and Walking Street in Pattaya. What happens is that a group of ladyboys will approach you while you are out and about and ask to take a photo with you. They may be persistent and keep asking until you finally agree. Once they have your phone, they may tell you that you have to pay them for the photo, even if you had said that the photo was free before they took it. They will say that the price has changed now and that you have to pay them, or they will post the photo online and ruin your life. They may also threaten to show the photo to your friends and family or post it on social media unless you pay them. This scam is similar to extortion, and it is important to be aware of it so that you do unfall victim to it. The best way to avoid this is to simply say no and keep walking. If they persist, just keep saying no until they eventually give up. If you are still nervous, you can delete the photo right after you take it and before you hand the phone back to them. Another common scam that you should be aware of is the online and romance scam. This scam is committed by both men and women, but most of the time it involves a transgender person. A common place for this to happen is on Tinder and other dating apps, where people can create fake profiles and chat with potential partners. The scammers will pose as someone they are not, using photos and information that is not theirs. They will then try to build a relationship with their victims, gaining their trust and affection. Once the scammer has gained the trust of their victim, they will begin to make requests of them, such as money or expensive gifts. The scammer may also threaten to release private photos or information about the victim if they do not comply with their demands. These scams are not only aimed at tourists, but also at Thai people. Many Thai women have been tricked into sending money to these scammers, thinking that they were chatting with a foreigner. To protect yourself against these scams, you should be aware of the warning signs and take steps to prevent yourself from falling victim to them. One way to do this is to be cautious. When communicating with people online, especially if they are strangers, you should never give out personal or financial information to someone you don't know and trust. Additionally, you should be wary of people who you meet online and want to meet in person. Always meet in a public place and never bring someone you met online back to your hotel or home alone. It's also important to be aware of your surroundings at all times and trust your gut feeling. If something feels wrong, it's probably best to walk away. Finally, you should report any suspicious activity or threats to the police immediately. Don't wait to see if the situation will get better. Scams involving ladyboys are not limited to Thailand, and they can happen anywhere in the world where there are tourists and ladyboys. The most important thing is to be aware of the different types of scams that exist, and to take the necessary precautions to protect yourself from falling victim to them. Remember to be cautious when interacting with strangers, especially in crowded areas, and always trust your gut feeling. If you have any concerns, don't hesitate to remove yourself from the situation and seek help if needed. By staying vigilant and informed, you can help ensure that your travels are safe and enjoyable. This channel aims to provide accurate and up-to-date information on scams, safety, and health issues in Asian countries. Please note that the information provided is for general guidance only and not intended as professional advice. We recommend checking with local authorities or reputable sources for the latest information before making any decisions or taking any actions. We hope our videos will help you stay informed and make smart choices when traveling in Asia. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more updates.